Howdy! Last time on RPG Pals, the party woke up after bringing those paintings back and now they were divided, with Oi and Lavinia going to the Bard Guild for licenses, with Herb and Torstock, while Koyos and Dodger are going to sell some items, and Kerr is going to be leading the dragon folk around to get an estimate on the house. Let's find out what happens and what their property value assessment might be. Why are you talking so slow? I don't rightly know.
Does he have a cowboy hat on?
Bye, Mr. RPG Pals Club. I'm never really gone.
Is their head a hound dog right now?
Yes.
Oh, it's my uncle, Huckleberry Hound.
Huckleberry Hound?
Yes.
But just threw all my dice.
We got the best joke of the game.
This is a good session, everybody. Let's go home.
Wrap it up.
Hi, I'm Sam, they, them, and I play as Kier, a war-forged warlock working for the Zentarum.
Hey, I'm Madison, she, her. I am playing Koyos, the lizard folk crocodile druid, and alongside me I have the greatest character in this podcast. It's Barry the dog. And also there's another dog that doesn't have a name. We gotta figure that one out. No, it's a new dog. Mary and Barry! Oh!
Yeah.
That's a bad bake.
She's gonna
Bad
judge.
bark.
Oh my god.
Troll Skull Alley has a soggy bottom. I'm old Jean. Hello. I play Lavinia, a human sorcerer bard.
I'm Eric, he, him, and I play Oi, the punk drow monk.
Hey, my name is Gar Atkins, but you can call me Sahoni. I use he, him, and I play Dodger, a cleric of sorts who is also a wolf boy of sorts.
And I'm Luke, your game master, and Huckleberry Hound was an allegory for William Faulkner in that side of the series.
I see.
You know, I'm not even gonna let our character introductions and stuff in the episode. I'm just gonna cut it in to music.
To that.
William Faulkner, great.
Okay, so we'll start off with Kerr because Kerr is soloing the house with our good new friend Derek.
Derek, we were playing around with the idea of actually reopening the tavern, but you can imagine that a few more issues are a bit more pressing, yes?
Yes.
Now, we do have the matter of a few walls that we want taken out. It doesn't make sense getting around this home. Oh, and curtains. Do you know a good curtain guild?
That would be the
Either way, something to file away and search for in the Rolodex later.
Yes.
But what do you think? I obviously the roof needs work, but do we think a new roof or new tiles? Shingles? Is that what you call them?
Well, I think that the roof as it is right now may need some patching up, but I wouldn't suggest a full replacement unless you really needed it.
Well, just as long as the patches don't look like patches.
Yes.
Seamless elegance, that's what I'm looking for here.
How do you feel about a chandelier?
Oh, quite lovely. Oh, one downstairs and one in my room in the study on the second floor.
Yes.
And we'll need to clear out the detritus, and to be perfectly honest, I think that's what most of the furniture counts as.
Yes, I can see about getting some new furniture in here for you. I can just fold that into the cost.
Excellent. So between that, a fresh coat of paint on the walls once those are done being patched up, and we sort of did a bit of DIY work in building a doggy door upstairs. Do you think you could maybe take that to the goal line?
Yes, I believe we should be able to formalize that a bit more.
Wonderful. Well, do you have any suggestions? I've never had this much space all to myself, and well, the ideas are just swirling.
Well, what are you planning to operate this bar as? Are you considering a standard bar, more of a mix of an inn? If you were looking at bringing a inn aspect into this, then you would need to get some additional beds.
I would say I'd like to. What's the charming saying? They don't have to go home, but they can't stay here.
Understood. Well, I mean, you do have several rooms that would appear to be unoccupied, so if you have any uses that you would like in here, I have a number of people. And if you're going to be serving drinks, are you looking at making them yourselves or not?
Well, we're just getting our legs under us, aren't we? We need, obviously, some drinks and could maybe start brewing at home if that was a cost-effective option.
It might be. It depends if you're good at it or not.
Oh, well, maybe just something to brew some mead and wine, and we'll need to get started with maybe a couple of barrels from the brewers. We also have someone with us from the Underdark, and most of our surface food doesn't really agree with him. So you mentioned the Butcher's Guild, and that's all well and good, and I'm sure the Baker's Guild is well known to you, but is there a fungal guild?
Let me see. And he's like flipping through a number of people. I believe that would fall under the vintners, distillers, and brewers. You understand that funguses are used in the brewing of alcohol, correct?
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes.
But also something that could be eaten.
Yes,
also.
yes. No, that they can provide that. Also, the Council of Farmer Grocers, they might be able to help.
Wonderful. And, well, to the matter of cost, like I said, we're just getting running here. Do you think you could maybe help us prioritize?
Well, what I'm looking at for your primary needs would be about 1,000 gold pieces for your renovation. And then for some of your additional setup fees, that would be about 250 gold pieces. And then for your other expenses, you're looking at maybe 50 gold pieces for additional cost, maintenance, wages, that sort of thing, and then about 10 gold pieces per 10 day for your other expenses.
Kier just is blank-faced for a moment, and then, Derek, thank you so much for all your help. You know, I would be simply lost without someone like you and your brilliant mind and keen eye and big, strong arms, and I'm like feeling up his biceps. And you don't think that maybe we could work something out at installments, perhaps? I'm blinking rapidly.
Roll a persuasion check.
Seduce that guildmaster.
Oh, my friend, that's a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
All right. Now, as someone who can appreciate the time and shine that it takes to organize these sorts of things, as you can see that I do, there might be some strings that I can pull, taking out a loan, not necessarily with some of the less savory sorts. Zentarims are well known for their uses of strict repayment schedules that can be unfortunately expedited at times. But I can give you the name of Charnel Paberduck.
That was Paberduck, you said?
Yes, he is a wonderful person at the bank. If you tell him that I sent you, he might be able to get you a lower rate of interest when it comes to your bills for a loan.
Derek, you are a lifesaver. Oh, I'm so happy that you happened to come upon our home today. Oh.
And now you are a resident here, a long-term Waterdavian, yes?
Yes, long term. Here, I'm sorry if I didn't introduce myself properly.
Oh, no,
Representative...
you did. But some of your friends seem to be newer.
New. ish, but certainly getting acclimated.
I just wanted to remind you that the tax day is on the final day of Flame Rule, so they need to pay their shard, or if they wanted to pay in advance, they can just go and pay their 10 shards.
Of course. 10 shards for the
Entire year.
calendar year. Yes, of course.
Yes.
Money is just so... It's hard to keep track of, isn't it?
Yes.
Derek, you are a peach, and do keep us abreast of the progress that you're able to make. And of course, when we open, there's going to be a seat for you at the bar. No charge.
Yes, well, I would be interested in having some more time to sit down and talk with a individual as interesting as you.
Oh, Derek, you charmer. And I have a lilting laugh and put my hand on his shoulder.
Quite. And he gets up curtly from the seat where he was at and gives you a final nod and then leaves, closing the door behind him.
I turn to where Liff probably is at the bar, and I just, what's your read on him? He's not just trying to sweet talk me, is he?
You can see like some dots made in the dust, and it as they're like trying to figure out, it says, "You're smitten," but they seem honest.
I stand up perfectly straight. I don't do smitten. I do friendly and somewhat flirtatious. And I kind of dust myself off a little bit, trying to appear very composed. Well, I suppose I just bought myself another errand, didn't I?
And we switch over to, let's do Koyos and Dodger.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So where in town are you leading, Koyos?
Well, I asked them for the directions to this blacksmith that they apparently saw, because I didn't spend much time really exploring this area. I mean, I kind of know it because I'm just a local, but kinda and exactly aren't the same thing.
Oh, yes.
It's like, I know where Queen Anne is, but I don't know anything about that.
Exactly.
So you find like Steam and Steel,
Right.
and it is currently open. And when you go inside, there is a water genasi there. Welcome to the Steam and Steel. How may I help you?
Hey, we have a bunch of sealed bars we'd like to exchange for assets. Money.
Can I see what you have?
Yeah. I'm gonna take one of the bars I was carrying because I carried I'm at least carrying my my bars at least.
Yeah.
You got
And
the
I
3 bars
slap
you
them down on the table. These big silver bars. We got a bunch of these. And I kind of briefly count on my fingers, and I go 15.
I absolutely have taken the hospitality cloak that was given to me last time. And I have kind of just put all of the silver into it and have it like slung over my back like a bag, like I'm Santa or something.
Are you gonna let it all tumble onto the counter?
If he asks to see it.
Yes. It's a bit black from corrosion. These are silver, not steel.
Right, silver.
Yes. They're not the greatest quality. Unfortunately, I cannot buy these. They are, well, we don't buy our metal this way. We have to go through the guilds.
Okay.
But if you go to the marketplace, you can easily find someone who can buy these. Though I do appreciate you stopping in, and if you can ever, if you're ever interested in any other purchases, let me know.
I kind of like look back at my shovel because I'm back in my full kind of gear, and I go, "Do you think you could do something with this at some time?"
It's a shovel. What are you looking to have done?
Could we put silver on it?
Yes, that is something I'd be able to do for you.
Heck yes. He kind of like takes it back and make sure that the grip is solid so that it doesn't slip out when I'm swinging it.
Mm-hmm.
For digging.
Sure.
And he's trying to play up like some sort of charm, I guess,
for the purposes of getting an estimate, or
yeah, just kind of like, oh, I'm just I'm kind of in over my head. I'm just a kid, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Roll a persuasion check.
How does a 15 do ya?
If you wanted to just leave one of the bars here, it would just cost 50 gold to get this silver plated.
Can I come back to you for that?
Yes, you can. We're a
Awesome.
business. We're always open.
Right. Okay. Cool. And then he just kind of like very awkwardly, slowly shovels the bars back into his bag. Just full arm.
Full arm.
We'll
You
be
see a
back
shovel.
later. Well, not actually shovel, just the full arm. Sweeping motions, maybe.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's just gonna kind of tip his fingers to his forehead and salute and walk backwards and stumble over the doorway a little bit.
And what does Koyos do?
I just kind of was watching the whole interaction, and I see what Dodger does as he's leaving, and I kind of do the same sort of salute, but I don't walk backwards, because I have a big tail, that's not gonna work out. Let's go, Barry.
And 2 dogs.
And my 2 dogs.
So you're carrying both dogs with you.
I assume I'd have at least, like, Barry is a good boy who would probably follow me no matter where I go. New dog,
Mhm.
Mary, is in the baby Bjorn.
Okay.
And then I have all the silver in the mustard hospitality cloak on my back. I hope Navinia doesn't want this back.
No, I've already forgotten you had it.
At this point, I'm like, sorry, I kind of get... this isn't normally what I'm doing. I mean, I can be perfectly affable and charming. And I make sure to use the word affable just to kind of show off, I guess.
Sure.
I Koyos kind of does the back pat again and be like, I think you're charming.
So, we gotta go to the marketplace and try to hawk these.
Hawk these? There are hawks there?
I mean, sometimes there's these bird guys, but I don't think they're called hawks. No, but I think I can help move these.
Okay.
Okay. We need to sell these to people who want them. And then they will give us these coins, which we can use to get the things that we want.
We give the rocks to people, and they give us the smaller rocks.
Yes.
Okay. Let's get those smaller rocks.
At this point, Dodger is going to try to high five, but he has to jump.
It's a freeze frame. Da-da-da.
And so we then cut to Oi and Navinia at the Bard's Guild Hall.
I want to hear more about those dogs. Okay.
And it is actually like just a theater. There's a small sign that says Bard's Guild Hall.
It's like a theater, and it's like around back, and you have to go down some stairs for it.
Mm-hmm. And the stairs are probably not up to code.
No, they're very thin.
And
Very loudly.
when you get down the stairs, you see like a small desk and a number of filing cabinets. And Corlia Rostyle, who Navinia knows.
Hello, dear.
Perban, have you brought more people to try and get your certification?
Darling, look. It's us. It's me.
I don't know you. I don't know the Drow. I know Perban. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm Navinia Drexel. I'm here for my approval or update on my Bard's license.
Yes. Are you just coincidentally coming in here with Perban?
Let's say we had things to do in the same neighborhood.
Yes. Hand me your paperwork.
I hand the paperwork.
And it will be a 1 shard processing fee.
Oh, wait, no, I've already done the processing fee. I was
It
told
is not marked off on the sheet.
I think there was an intern. Anyways, ginger hair, big glasses. No, all right. Fine. Here. Hand them a shard.
And she takes it and looks it over and then pulls out a red stamp and marks rejected on it. Sorry, it did not get processed. You have some problems with your application. You can try again.
Just because I have more than one name written down, we've talked about... Now that's just being racist. And I go into a huff.
Do you walk out of the building?
No. I go into a huff in the way that a affluent Caucasian woman would when their child is being reprimanded for doing something they shouldn't in a restaurant.
Oh, you want to speak to the manager.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Please move out of the way, and I will go and help the next person.
I don't believe I will. Nope.
Drow, come forward.
No,
Okay.
no. I am.
All right.
I have done my paperwork.
Yeah.
I have done it several times. I've paid the fee at least twice, and it is your duty to fulfill your job. And if you're not going to do that,
I think that you
find
are.
somebody else.
If you want to try and find someone else to get you into the Bards Guild, feel free. But I am the only person who can let you into the Bards Guild.
I looked him over. Do I know anything about this person that would?
So
Because they might not recognize me, but it's like the booking agents for comedy clubs. Like, they see a lot of faces, but I see only them.
well, she knows other faces that might have been assumed by you, costumes and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Corlia Rostyle, who was sort of a failed musician and ended up having good enough organizational skills to get into this position as sort of the Bards Guild main secretary, for lack of a better term, the main administrator. So she doesn't actually run the guild, but she will sure as hell carry out her petty grudges in the way that she can.
So who does run the guild?
Roll me a history check.
Ooh, okay. That would be an 8. I'm too mad to focus right now.
Yeah, you do not really have an idea. It's probably some other some other really big musician. Now, Drow, please come forward.
Oh, I just looks to both sides and it's like, all right, apparently you need a license to play music here, so what do I need to do?
You need to fill out this sheet,
Okay.
and it will cost a silver fee to process.
All right. So Oi starts filling out the sheet. Is there anything like special on it that I should know about, or like any paperwork that I would need that I wouldn't otherwise?
It is pretty much a what is your name, what is your current address, and that's pretty much what they're asking for.
Okay. All right. So I fill it out and I take the take silver and I put it on top of the thing and it's like, all right.
Yes, let me process your sheet.
Okay.
And she pulls out the red stamp and marks rejected on it. Oh, sorry. It is rejected. You
Why?
can try again.
It's politics.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you're the type of person who we would want representing the Bards Guild.
Oh, really? I don't think you're the type of person who should be deciding that.
Well, the important difference is I do get to decide, and you do not. Yeah.
All right, Oi takes a lute from his back and then says, all right, lady, step back and prepare to have your mind blown. And then he starts jamming out on his lute.
Okay, roll me a performance check.
All right, let me just
Win
make
over
sure
her
I got
cold, bitter heart.
With disadvantage.
With music.
disadvantage.
with disadvantage. So I make 2
Oh.
rolls and then take the lowest one.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, first one is a 4 plus 3, that's 17. 7 plus 3, 10.
She sees you play and is unimpressed. Yes, there can be any penny ante street performer, but you are not good enough to represent the Bards Guild. So if you perform illegally, look forward to having certain fates befall you.
Fine, maybe I will. And then he puts the lute back on his back, and then goes and then like looks to Perb, and it's like, what do we do now?
Wait. This is a personal matter. This is not a professional matter. The fact that some people, I glare at her, are letting that get in the way, we can probably work around. Herbert, what did you do to this lovely secretary?
We were in a band together,
Mm-hmm.
and she was not good. And so we voted, and I had to be the one to deliver the news that she was not good.
Ah,
Oh.
I think perhaps we should settle this the way all bardic challenges should be settled.
What do you have in mind?
Battle of the Bands.
Yeah! Yeah! Gauntlet thrown,
It
lady!
seems only fair that performance should be the singular basis for being allowed into the Bards Guild. And I'm sure being very musically a keen eye as yours, m'lady.
She blinks.
It is a tradition most ancient.
I am the one in the position of authority here. You cannot just challenge me like that.
Oh, I'm sure I can. But the fact is that you have conflicting professional interest in the fact that you're denying a simple demonstration to gain access. Oh, what could get around?
Fine, if you're able to book a show, I will give temporary guild allowance to organize your Battle of the Bands, but it must be in a location that can serve as a public house.
The Yawning
for it.
Portal.
Bring an authorization from Volo himself.
Volo?
Oh no, sorry, not Volo.
I mean, I know he's there a
no,
lot.
actually, yes, you should get Volo on as a judge for this.
I don't want to talk to Volo. He's so clingy. Okay, fine. Deal.
But yes, get Durnan to approve this Battle of the Bands at his location and plan it within this 10 day.
Very well. And we have temporary permission to use our bardic skills to practice for this Battle of the Bands for the next 10 day?
As long as you're not charging people to listen and you're not accepting money from people who listen.
Very well. Oi.
Let's do this!
We have agreement.
And then he cracks his knuckles, starts like punching the air a little bit.
Have a wonderful day.
I will.
I'm glad.
And she justifies the papers on the desk.
I stomp out. Lovely.
So
I pat Pervin on the back and just give her like the pointing at his eyes, pointing at their eyes, and then like, let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna do great. And
no, the demon code prevents them from declining a rock-off challenge.
And so, what is Kerr up to now?
I would imagine I got to the bank while all this was happening.
Yes, the Bank of Waterdeep, the primary Waterdeep Bank, is a massive building, pillars, blah, 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 blah. And yes, you're able to go inside, and there is, you find Charnel Papperduck, who is a tiefling, who seems to have the tips of their ears permanently on fire. And he greets you.
Charnel, lovely to meet you. I'm Kier, a representative of Zentarum and newfound co-owner of Troll Skull Manor.
Yes. Zentarum, you say?
Well, yes, a fledgling member, some might say. A wolf if you're into ranks, but yes, Zentarum.
You introduce yourself this way in a house of legitimate business, when you hold no actual rank within the organization.
I do hold actual rank. Charnel, I believe we're starting off on the wrong foot. Would you mind if I reset a bit? Hello, my name is Kier. I'm a friend of Derek.
Ah, Derek. A wonderful person. Guild representative.
Isn't he just?
Yes.
And he recommended you as someone that I might be able to get a loan from. See, me and my non-Zentarum affiliated friends recently came into ownership of Trollskull Manor, and you've seen the thing. There's a great deal of refurbishing that needs to be done.
Yes, I remembered drinking there when I was a youth.
Well, soon you'll be drinking there again, if I can just get this loan.
How much are you looking for?
Well, looking at, 1,000 gold and 50... Let's say 1,500 gold.
Yes, that is doable. When are you looking to be able to repay this?
Well, we're sort of opening a small business, so I would hope a little bit of leniency as we get ourselves off the ground and find new expenses. There always are new expenses.
Do you have a down payment? We would be looking for a 150 gold piece down payment. 150
gold piece down payment, of course you are. I can have that down payment to you very soon. Mm-hmm. We are just sort of it's not liquid right now, you understand. It's in fact solid and in bar form.
Yes. And yes, if you can get that, I can see what I can arrange with the partners. We can do something akin to a 10% rate every 10 day.
So would that be another 150 gold every 10 day?
It would be reduced, so you are not paying on the initial amount. It's just what your current amount owed would be.
You don't think that we could maybe knock that down just a bit lower? Like I said, small business, getting on our feet.
You also said Zentarum. Do I need to remind you of the rates that they have and what happens if you don't keep up with their loans?
I look down, and I look back up. I've had to carry out what happens when you don't repay Zentarum loans. Charnel.
And I've learned what happens when you are unable to pay back in time. And he holds up a hand that is missing a thumb.
Might have been one of my friend's handiwork.
Then maybe you should consider getting into business with those friends for the money you need. I know they have loans that they can give.
Well, let's just say, for now, you're expecting 150 gold down payment and 10% as part of every 10-day. We'll revisit the deal for now, but if I could plan on seeing you later in the week, later in the 10-day, then we can keep moving, yes?
Here's a writ that will keep that amount for you until the end of the 10-day period.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Charnel. You know, Derek was right to send me to you. He has a nose about him, doesn't he?
I assume.
I just sort of hold a smile. Usually the charm is more active than this. Well, I'll just take the writ and I'll be on my way and you'll be seeing me and I'm assuming my friends later in the week. And I walk backwards out of the bank.
And so we cut back to our good people going to the market.
Market time.
And it is a mix of, like, there's a few buildings that have been made to, like, stay up all season, but then there's a lot of, like, one-day tents or, like, booths that people are renting by the day. And
Okay.
there is the Metalworkers Guild booth that they have. There is ironically, a wooden sign hanging up there.
I have to ask, is there anyone that I actually know in the market? This feels like one of those places where people I know might be kind of running in and out, if only to be running errands and stuff.
You know what? Yes. Dr. Phaestron Maestral is there. He's a hobgoblin who is dressed in worn down but good clothes. He has a brown coat on, a, like, darker brown buttoned shirt on, and some pants that are very, very tight fitting.
Nice. Only the tightest of pants
Nice.
for goblins.
And he is carrying, like, a few canvas bags with him.
And I seeing him, I'm like, "Oi, Doc!" And I kind of wave.
Oi, it's here?
Hello! How are you, my friend?
That's not Oi.
Been busy.
Well, what is... Well, no, there are many things that can keep a young boy such as you busy. Is this new friend?
Oh, yeah, this is, and he kind of struggles for a second. Koyos, right?
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, this is Koyos. They're new in town. We got the, how's the market looking today?
It is wonderful. I have picked up so many types of roots today.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'll have to check them out later. I've been, well, part of my getting busy is, well, not that sort of getting busy. Oh, God. He's just kind of getting increasing more flustered and goes, Charles Skull Manor?
Yes.
Well, I kind of own part of it now. With other people, but I do own it.
Well, that seems to be some wonderful fortune.
Yeah. So I also got these silver bars and I'm looking to move them. And I'm thinking about moving into the Metal Workers Guild. Or do you think there's someone else I can get them to buy off me for a percentage that will fetch me a better price?
I deal with the bodies, son.
I know, but you hear the talk as much as I do.
Yes, but I'm here for the roots. I love these roots.
Yeah, they're good roots.
So good, you can turn them into medicine.
Hey, I'm thinking about swinging by your place later today. Do you think you could get me a first aid kit put together?
I might be able to do that, especially if you're going to have some money.
I have a feeling that I'm going to need it.
Taking up the adventuring lifestyle? Getting tired of working in bars?
It's not really it's more of it kind of fell into my lap.
Well, you know what you have when something falls into your lap?
Whole lap?
Yes, that is much better than what I was going to say.
I'm hoping that it'll give me some more opportunity to help out some of the other kids and stuff.
Wonderful.
Plus, I can start affording better medicine and stuff, and maybe I can help kind of furnish your place out a bit more if I can. You do a lot of good work. You do a lot of good work for the people in the dock ward.
Well, you should make sure that you're going to be safe first.
Yes, sir.
And now, Koyos, was it?
Yes, hello.
What are these enchanting creatures that you have with you?
Ah, these are my dogs. This is Barry and this is Mary.
They look very good, but you know something is wrong.
Something's wrong?
Yes,
What?
there's something wrong with these two dogs, and do you know what it is?
No, what's wrong with my dogs?
Wrong with the dogs.
I'm so worried.
He reaches into his bag and pulls out a pug. You need a third dog!
dog!
Were you just keeping it in there with the roots?
That dog is high as fuck.
Oh.
It was what they call a add-on bonus. They apparently had a dog that was digging up all of their roots they were trying to grow. This is Rosie,
Oh,
submitted by Chrissy Pumpkin on Twitter.
Rosie.
They are a pug.
Oh, I'm going to very carefully take this dog
Buy anything at this market.
from the doctor. Oh, this I assume is also one of the many dogs I lost.
Yes.
Yes, dog cafe will be real.
My unadventurer dog cafe.
I love the idea.
My dream.
Oh.
Oh, it's so very good.
This is a good.
Forget
dog.
a bar.
Oh, it relieves the stress after you've been, I don't know,
Adventuring so
fighting big
much.
scary monsters.
Just come to
You
a
come in, you pet some dogs, you spend some money, watch some people play some music, you spend more money.
Oh man,
This place will have everything.
Yes.
perfect.
Dogs and money.
And cafe.
Thank you, Mr. Doctor Man, for this new dog.
Understood. Yes.
Dodger kind of goes, yeah, he's my friend, taught me some medicine and stuff.
Medicine is very good to know.
Yes, it is, but I need to go and get these roots back so I can turn them into more medicine.
See you later, Doc.
Have fun with your roots.
And Dodger's gonna go try to hawk off all of these wares to the Metal Guild, because I'm sure that they can find something. He'll think about like keeping one of the bars for the shovel, but then it's like, you know what, buy silver later. It's fine.
And so you go up, and there is a dwarf working there. She has a very long beard that has metal like clips in it, sort of turning it into this intricate woven pattern.
Do I know them?
No.
Okay, that's fair. It's a big market.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, hello, ma'am. We got these bars of silver, and we want to exchange them for money. Sell them.
Really? Yes.
You have to turn
yes.
the big rocks into smaller rocks.
Yes, that. And Dodger like looks up and points while he says that.
Well, let me see what you have.
The moment she says that, I just kind of open the cloak and let them all fall out.
And Dodger's gonna like dump his backpack at the same time.
I hope their table can handle this.
Dunk, 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 dunk. Ow!
At some point, Dodger's gonna pick up something that says like, nope, that's mine.
Yes, well, these are not the greatest quality silver, but if you're looking to sell all of them, I can give you 700 gold pieces.
700 for the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Negotiate.
Yeah, I just go, they gotta be worth a little bit more than that. I mean, they're still intact. Nothing that a little polishing can't fix.
Roll a performance check. Or roll a persuasion check. Persuasion.
We have dogs to...
So many hungry mouths.
We need money.
14?
Okay. I mean, I can go a bit more. I can do 730.
That's less.
730 gold pieces? I offered you
More
700
gold.
before.
More gold.
Dodger is, his ears are kind of like twitching as he kind of touching his chin and think about it. Come on, a little bit more than that. Because I mean, look how many we're bringing you. They are intact.
Yeah, otherwise they wouldn't be bricks.
Ooh. 745.
Yeah, I'll let you go for it.
Heck yeah.
7:45.
And he's going to offer his hand out and kind of clasp and shake.
Shake.
Goodbye!
Oh, if someone ever calls him that,
Aw.
there's going to be much wagging and just very flustered and going, not a dog.
Aw.
Making a note for the future. I've already offered you biscuits, so.
Like the kind of biscuits you get at KFC.
That's true, but he thought you meant like actual biscuits.
Oh, I did.
Sure.
And so she goes through the coin box and ends up paying you in a mix of suns, harbor moons, and dragons.
Ooh, okay.
And horseshoes too.
Lucky stars.
And new balloon shapes for a limited time.
You want to write that down?
All right. I will make note that we got how much for that? 745?
745 gold total in a mix of coins and colors and shapes. Also, now that I have dumped all that out,
And I will name it and I will note it as 745 gold and mixed change.
perfect.
It's more of like 7:45 and big bills.
Big
Okay.
bills.
Big bills.
Because suns are the equivalent of platinum, and then harbor moons are essentially 5 platinum pieces.
Oh man, I'm real pimping right now.
Yep.
I have a friend who has one of the moons, and it's so cool.
Yeah, cool.
From the Beatles box.
I'm not sure. Well, they were on DCA as a guest star, so I think they got signed.
Oh, nice.
You have all those written down.
But yeah, you have gotten your coin.
Gotten our coins. We've gotten a new dog. Nice.
So last we will follow Oi and Lavinia. Where are you heading? You need to get permission.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, we tried to get permission. Right, we need to go to the yawning portal.
So, on the way to the yawning portal, I'm talking to Oi about the yawning portal and how there's a big hole in the ground that leads to a giant dungeon that adventurers go down in and really come back up. Volo's a bar there who is hawking their books, which, they're okay, but they're not always accurate. Durnan runs the bar, and he's super tough, but he's kind of a pushover for certain folks if you're like an adventurer who gets in their good graces.
Yeah.
The fact that we know one of their
Exactly.
employees, I think it's going to be a real thing.
Right.
That I saved their life.
Yeah. If we
tap
can,
my nose.
it's a shame we can't bring Dodger with us because he'd put us over the top.
So we just need to get permission from Durnan. Maybe during the day. Doesn't have to be at night. Doesn't have to be during a busy time.
Exactly.
I mean, it's always kind of busy, but it's a battle of the bands. Just 2 of us against them, like our band, their band. Wait, we don't have a. Oi, we need to start a band.
3 of us.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah. Pervin's with us.
I thought I was going to be in the band with the 2 of you.
Oh yes, of course you are, but we need like a name and a branding and like.
Who's gonna play what?
I can't have 3 guitarists.
I also play drums, horn.
Ooh.
I can also play drums and horn at the same time.
Oh, I have a flute, and I pull out the purple pan flutes.
Okay, and I have my lute.
Interesting.
Yes, tuck him back away. But first, before we go in there, does anybody in this bar hate you?
No.
Okay, good to know.
Welcome back to the yawning portal.
Hi, darn it.
Hi, Navinia. You, Oi, and Pervin are back here already.
Yes, I see you've gotten the troll cleaned up. Always spit spot.
Oh, there's been like a whole another troll since then.
Really? It's not even the end of the month,
Yeah.
anyways.
Well, surprises. A bunch of people got drunk and headed down there.
They only go down. Something always has to come up. That's the rule. Durnan, I was wondering if we could borrow a corner of your establishment for a short amount of time, just a little, maybe a couple of hours most, because we have to become bards, paperwork, and apparently the person in charge of that had a little bit of a falling out with one of our members, and we are obligated to do a battle of bands. And I know you have once a month, but this is a smaller thing during the day, just in the next 10 days, if you have an opening. I did save your waitress' life. Just saying, out loud, to nobody have to get her.
You're pushing a bit there.
Yes. I also have to deal with Volo, so I'll do that part.
I'd really like to help you out, but the next 10 days busy.
I know
Go-
Founders Day and all, but...
No, not even. Sornin is coming up, and then Lara's night. I mean,
I would owe you so much. I would owe you a favor of your discretion. Anything your wonderful heart, the tiny mustache I would imagine, would desire.
roll a persuasion check.
+1. 17. I forgot I was good at that.
Okay, what I need, and you promise you're going to get it no matter what?
I promise.
I need Grimshack here for 3 nights.
Ah, right. Okay, yes, I can do that.
Specifically for all 3 nights of Sornin.
Oh, can you put up flyers if I do this?
I can put them up in the bar.
That's fair. You have enough foot traffic. I think it'll be good. Oh, with little Terry strips so people can remember that they're gonna come.
I think they will. Okay. So, I can book it for the night of the 6th, if that works for you.
Sure.
So you make sure that Grimshack comes in for the 3rd through the 5th, and I will let you do your Battle of the Bands here the night after.
All right,
Okay.
writing it
Okay.
down.
Okay.
Grimshack, 3rd.
Oi, write that down.
I don't have a pen or anything on me, but if I did write a thing to write stuff down when I'm totally writing it down.
Here, I hand you like a little ink and a pen and like a little bag of sand and like some
3rd
paper.
to 5th, Grimshack.
Yeah.
6th,
Yes.
kick secretary lady's ass.
Yes.
Ass. And I put 3 exclamation points after it.
Now, have you seen Grimshack? Before I go talk to Volo, I just thought I'd ask.
Who are you asking?
Durnan.
Yeah. I haven't seen, but I've heard. I've heard he does a good show, and it should be entertaining for people. Because Sornin people come in, get their deals signed, and then they want to get drunk,
Oh, yes.
and they want to laugh.
Oh, holidays are great for just being inebriated. Oh, interesting.
Exactly.
Yes. Well, I will get right on that, my friend. Have you seen Volo?
Is he over in his corner?
I turned slowly to the corner.
Volo is in his corner right now.
I was hoping he was out. Anyways, time to go listen to a bunch of stories. Thank you, Durnan, so much. And I grabbed their hand. I'm like, so good. Maybe a bottle of wine for the table. I may need it.
Why, yes, so long as it's not your weird service roll drink. Well, no, actually, fungus is used in fermenting, so I should be fine with booze. That's fine.
As and all that, I'm like,
Yeah.
so lager then. Picture
Kombucha.
of your darkest lager.
Sounds good. And he pulls up a bottle that seems to just absorb all light. It is like a black hole. Here you go. It'll be on the house for you, I understand. You got other
So
things, and if you're able to do what you say, it should be very beneficial.
I will pull all the strings I have, guard myself, and walk over to Volo's table.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
It's good.
How's the mansion?
It's haunted.
Well, what brings you to your old friend Volo?
Oi, have you had a chance to talk with Volo a lot? A little before, but...
I just randomly stumbled onto you guys after you killed that troll.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So we wouldn't know how to talk to him. All right, so here's the thing, Volo, is that, listen, the 3 of us, and I gesture at Navinia, myself, and Purbin, is that apparently in this town you need a license to play music or some crap, and that really sucks. And a lady in charge of determining who gets approved or not also really sucks. But we managed to convince her to a battle of the bands, and if we win, then we get our licenses, and she probably gets fired or whatever. So what I'm thinking is that you help us out. You can be one of the judges, and kind of get this thing moving. It'll be a whole big thing.
Yes, and we're going to be great adventurers, as you know I'm already famous. But besides that, introducing new blood into the city is always exciting for you. Get a story out of that.
Yep. Well, I mean, the current
Yes.
book is not coming along as easily as I hoped.
4,000 uses for lichen.
No, spirits and spirits. A guide to alcohol and undead.
Oh, yes. It's hard when you mix them, though.
Well, we have a ghost that apparently used to be a bartender, and he's really sad. So, you
Yep.
help us out, we'll totally let you like interview them and stuff, and then you'll have like plenty of material for your book
If they agree.
if they agree.
Okay, I will do it, but I get to pick the 2 other judges.
Now, Volo, it's going to be on the 6th. I trust that you're going to do us honorably. Yes.
Yes, obviously.
Okay.
All right. And I've poured us drinks to seal this wonderful occasion.
Yes, sounds good. And you clink.
Oh, no zombies.
Of course not.
We toast.
And you all toast your drinks, having set up your next big appointment.
Yeah. Clink. Gulp.
Clink, sip. Ugh.
And that is where we will wrap up this week's episode. Catch you next time.
Hi, I'm Gina Dazer. You can find me at twitter.com at Adaser, Adaser. You can find merch that I make at tpublic/user/Adaser, Adaser. I'm also on patreon.com at patreon.com/Gene_Adaser, Adaser. I spell it a lot. It's gonna happen. And I'm also at twitch.tv/theplushpanda for live streaming of arts. Yay.
And I've been Rhythm Bastard. You can find me on my website, rhythmbastard.rocks, on Twitter at rhythmbastard. You can support me by either going to rhythmbastard.bandcamp.com or subscribe to me on Patreon at patreon.com/rhythmbastard.
Hey there, I'm Madison Rowan. You can find me on Twitter at QuipsterRikuru. That's Rikuru spelled Rikuru. Most of my links to art sites and everything else are on Twitter, so you can find it there.
I've been Gar Atkins, and you can follow me on Twitter at Sahoni_stuff. That's SAHONI_stuff. I work as a game designer and essayist, and you can buy my work at sahoni.itch.io. That's SAHONI.ITCH.io.
And I'm Sam. You can find me on Twitter at Froonding_loom. That's FROONDING_LOOM. You can also hear me on Exiled, a romp through currently the DC universe, hosted by our lovely Game Master Luke.
And I'm Luke, your Game Master. You can find me on Twitter at Koltreg. That's KOLTREG. I also have some comics that might be going up soon at Lukeher, LUKEHERR.com, which is my very out-of-date portfolio site, along with running the Exiled podcast. I also host Multiversal Q, which is currently Multiversal Q, your guide to the Ultimate Universe, now in podcast form, which is updating every other week with special episodes going up for movies. RPG Pals Club can be found online at rpgpals.club. We also have various other things popping up in places. Keep an eye out. We are currently updating on the 1st and the 15th of every month. If you enjoy this, please do us a favor and follow us on Twitter at RPG Pals Club. Leave us reviews on iTunes and the podcatcher of your choice. And if you really enjoy the show, let us know. Reach out to us on Twitter's usually the easiest, or we also have the RPG Pals Club at Gmail email. We'll be back in another 2 weeks with a new episode. So until then, keep on rolling.